Hello and welcome back to Sovel. As you can see, I did a bit of a work off stream, trying to get back to where we were before. So I just finished the boss fight for Act 1. And yeah, I'm not going to show this because it was just kind of boring, me going through the enemies. It was the same as last time where they just had a bunch of melee infantry, and yeah, it's not that great of entertainment. But this is my new army. These guys got Divine Protection. I got my Lord with the upgraded Fireball. The Archer's got a few more upgrades, so they're actually worthwhile. I got a Cannon. So yeah, starting unit-wise, quite a bit more luck this time. Instead of the Spears, I got the Halberds, which is just so much better, especially when it comes down to large units. Right then, so let's see what we can do here. I feel like this is going to be rather short because there's a bunch of random events everywhere, and I don't think if we're going to get enough steam or money in terms of I not get enough money to actually buy the necessary units to beat the game. But let's give Act 2 a good try anyway, shall we? Okay, right then, let's see how we're going to do this. So they got the bolt thrower, and they got Elf City Guards, so that's going to be a lot of arrow fire coming down on us. Then let's get rid of the eagle immediately, and we can start moving stuff up to hopefully... Oof, good, they can't see us just yet. I'm not going to move up, just... I could move up, couldn't I? I'm not going to do that just yet. Don't have anyone to fire arrows off on, so I'm just going to fire arrows off on these guys. So yeah, I would like to talk about DBD, Dead by Daylight. So yeah, playing that game quite a bit. Ooh, no, that's really bad. That's my Lord gone. But yeah, I've been playing Dead by Daylight quite a bit, and yeah, there's a new DLC coming out. It's the Vampire Lord, Count Dracula himself from the Castlevania franchise. And I'm very excited about it. I was very excited when Vecna was announced from Dungeons and Dragons. So playing in Dead by Daylight is yeah, you play as the killer or you play as the survivors, and asymmetrical. The killer tries to get the survivors. The survivors they got like a side objective that they got to do. So you know, you're never really competing with one another in terms of objectives, but you are competing against each other. If you kind of get that explanation. It's a bit of a weird explanation that I just made, but I made a video on Evolve Stage 2. I made a video on that, and that's very similar to Dead by Daylight. And yeah, it's quite fun. Can't wait for the actual release of the DLC, because there was an early beta. Everyone saw the character, everyone saw how he plays, and yeah, it's been around a month now, and so they're finally going to be releasing him in a few days. And yeah, it's just really exciting to finally have a new licensed killer in the game. They've been doing a lot of these recently. They've had Xenomorph, they've had Chucky, so yeah, it's definitely quite big. Quite a lot of well-known franchises added into Dead by Daylight. Some of the older ones that they've had for quite a while, like Michael Myers, are said to be getting updates, and Freddy Krueger as well, said to be getting an update. Oof, that's really unfortunate for the archers. That's yeah, that's 6 attacks that went through. That's really, really bad for us. Try not to do that anymore in the future. And they just found a small spot to shoot us through. There's the Divine. Oh, not a great 2 went through still. So things aren't going my way exactly, but I'm still trying. I'm still here. Yeah, it's just really unlucky. I'm gonna have to take healing after this. Try to avoid the Weapon Masters because they got Elven Mastery. It means they reroll failed attacks, and that's, again, scary. Shoot the Weapon Masters, they're the scariest thing out here. Did they go? Saved one. They can't save them all. Try to... Halberds really aren't saving that many. There they go. Finally, the Divine Favour came in. Useful. Definitely did show some favour to us this time, compared to all the other times where it just fatally missed. And then try to get attack on the side on the Elf City Guard, hopefully. And oof, there we go. At least the cavalry saved a bit more than the Elf City Guard, because the Elf City Guard have for some reason a habit of failing saves. I don't know why. But yeah, I've been playing some Dead by Daylight. I can't wait for the new update on Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna keep this one archer around just in case. Never know when he might come in useful. Yep, there they go. Nice charges. Hopefully we can get rid of this Elf City Guard unit entirely. There they go, the enemies are chasing for some reason this small archer. Poor little archer. being chased by an entire unit of weapon masters. We got fire off a shot. No, it's a natural one. It's this guy. This guy is definitely a hero. There he goes. Buying time for the rest of the army to clean up the enemies. There they go. So yeah, these rerolls are definitely very useful. I'm happy I got them again. I'm happy I got them also on a better unit than last time, because the spears, they were kind of trash, I'm not gonna lie. No charges to declare. What else have I got on here? I got takeaways and fast food. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like KFC. KFC has never given me a good takeaway. I always have gotten like raw food from KFC. No, especially like the big pieces of chicken in KFC. They usually don't get cooked all that well, and I've never really had a good KFC experience. So yeah, McDonald's is very, very nice, as always, because yeah, no matter where you go, McDonald's is usually very same-ish all the time. So yeah, that's a benefit and a downside, because when you go abroad, you kind of expect to see something different, but McDonald's is always usually very similar, even with their menus in abroad. There are some slight differences, but for the vast majority of the time, McDonald's sells burgers and that's all they do. So yeah, it's good and bad, as always. But I'm more leaning towards it being a good thing. At least they're not poisoning me or trying to kill me like KFC. And then I obviously, you have the local takeaways and stuff like that. In England we have a lot of fish and chip shops. Really nice. Although the quality does vary quite heavily depending on where you go. The seaside fish and chip shops usually have like the best fish. And then obviously you go down from there. But you can get some quite bad fish. I haven't really had an awful fish and chip shop experience. But you definitely do. The quality definitely does differ quite a bit between different fish and chip shops. And then you got Chinese takeaway, which is quite a classic one. It's very nice. I really like Chinese takeaway, especially the sweet and sour sauce that they have. It's not good for me, but I like it quite a lot anyway. Yep, the sweet things are really nice as always. Then the enemy's routing. There we go. This is the end of this battle. A bit heavy on the casualty side. Really unfortunate. Took unnecessary damage everywhere. Let's try to upgrade this dragon. Let's see what we can get. An additional attack? Yeah, showing up. More attacks for the dragon. Obviously replenishment, because yeah, we took a lot of casualties. Additional range on the horse cavalry. Nice. Try to avoid taking that much damage in the future. Hopefully, yeah, we're playing against another range faction, so hopefully this time we can take less damage, but we'll see. Okay, right then, so I don't know who to shoot. Should I shoot the chariot or the eagle? I feel like the chariot is a better target, isn't it? Then there's also all the horses as well that they have. Deepwood riders. I'll shoot the chariot. It's fine. Maybe I should have shot something closer. Oh well. There we go. Got rid of the chariot. That's nice. It's a massive pain that I just got rid of. And okay, of course. Obviously the dragon fails a save, as always. Let's fire off magical spell first. 9 attacks. Muster should go through. There they go. Deleting the horses. Maybe even try to take cover behind the horses. Use fire breath. Something like this. There they go. Another 2 gone. I wonder if they got a shot on us. No, doesn't look like it. Nice. Then you obviously have the deep range unit. Enemies obviously have their eagle as well to look out for. Nice, there they go. The enemies lost all of their cavalry. It's quite good. Then they obviously have these dancers as well. Something to watch out for. But these ones, they got 2 attacks in melee. So that's quite scary. Something to look out for, I guess. Yeah, they just have a bunch of units that have multiple attacks. It's just dealing with these is very difficult. Nice, there we go. Got rid of that. Might just let this eagle charge me. Just because why not? Unfortunately, the halberds don't have attack in 3 rows, so missing attacks on the guys in the back. There's the eagle attacking us, I don't know. Should I counter-charge the eagle or should I let him charge me? I will counter-charge him, and maybe even use a magical spell on this guy. I'll use rerolls on myself. Hopefully keep myself alive slightly longer. We'll have to see. Never know. Oof, these halberds. Really getting, really getting beaten up by the enemy Deepwood Rangers. Just really scary. Tried to do a side charge, I don't know how well this will go. And then they obviously reroll any failed attacks as well. Look at that. Like seriously, this is really painful. Try to at least get rid of some of these Deepwood dancers. Shoot some more of the Deepwood dancers. I mean, it's just not looking good for me. Maybe I can charge into some of these guys with my Lord next turn. Maybe not. There goes the guys routing. They got so much morale still left because they got such a large unit. There's nothing I can really do. Try not charge into those guys. They're shooting us again. Oof. As always, poor halberds taken advantage of. Try to get rid of this guy, I guess. Let's see, he should be gone. Nice, there they go. One wind goes through and that's enough to get rid of him. Charge into their sides, I don't know. Oof, 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 oof. Painful. Okay, there we go, we saved most of us. Shoot these guys, I guess. These Deepwood Rangers. Just trying to do anything to damage them, I guess. By shooting them with this ranged unit. What else have I got on here as a talking point? I got League of Legends and Dota 2. And how the MOBAs are actually dying. So, you know. See, obviously League of Legends and Dota 2 are a MOBA. But why they're dying is very interesting, in my opinion. Because part of the reason why they're dying is just because new players aren't coming into the game. And I watched the video on that. And the video said that it's the toxic fan base and the complexity of the game. And I guess, I mean, you can, the toxic fan base, yeah, sure, it pulls people away, but for the most part, if you really dislike a fan base, you just kind of ignore them. I feel like the biggest problem that I had when I was playing League of Legends was just the fact that there's like hundreds of characters and you're supposed to know them in order to counter them, and how, you know, the only way to do that is to play the game. Because nobody's gonna like do homework or any sort of like reading assignment in the middle of a game just to know their enemies. And it's not really easy to know them anyway, because, you know, contrary to popular belief, the game doesn't just straight up tell you what the enemy's abilities are, even though that's what it should do at this point. That's why I left, because I just, new character would come out, something extremely busted on them would happen, you know, they'd be extremely overpowered in one way or another, and you'd just be expected to know the overpowered ability and how to deal with it, you know. And it was just really annoying to deal with over time. Reworks would happen and the character would again be busted. Very rarely was the game ever balanced. Always be something broken. And yeah, it's just not really entertaining to play that sort of game. To have to do homework. And that's why I left. So yeah, the community definitely has something to do with it. But the vast majority of the time it's just quite literally the problem is in the mechanics of the game. Dota 2 has a very similar problem, where Dota 2 is basically very complex. I came from League of Legends to play Dota 2 because Dota 2 has got, you know, feels slightly more balanced. That's the correct word. For the vast majority of the time, you don't have as much CC, and maybe that's a lie. I don't know. I didn't play Dota 2 nearly as much as I did League of Legends before I left. I feel like my problem with Dota 2 was the fact that the game was just too complex on the field side, because yeah, and you have this teleporting scroll and you can really use it anywhere as long as you've got vision, and yeah, that's what made me, you know, really avoid Dota 2, I guess. The fact that you could just, you know, it was just difficult to know where your enemies were and predict their movements and things like that. So yeah, that's why I avoided Dota 2, because you need to have a lot of spatial awareness, and then the map was also a lot more complex. You didn't just have jungle camps and things like that to deal with. It was very complex. There were time-based events. There were events that you needed to pick something up, and I've seen a bit of the new game that Valve has been making. The same company that made Dota 2. It's called Deadlock, and I've seen some of the gameplay for that, and it's very similar in basic design to the problems that I had with just Dota 2 in general. So Deadlock again has camps, it has time-based events, and I feel like it's right now it feels quite simple. There's a couple of jungle camps and a couple time-based events, but I feel like it's definitely going to become a lot more complex over time, and we're going to be back with Dota 2 problems, where you just you run into enemies that are carrying a flag and you pick up the flag, but then you don't really know what you're doing, and then yeah, it's just gonna get overwhelming again. I just don't know how to feel about that. Obviously, part of the fun of the game is learning the game and doing things like that, but it gets difficult to learn the game if every single time you try to learn it, there's something brand new that's coming out, and you know you have to learn it. And then if you take a bit of a break, you come back and everything's completely changed. And yeah, it's just difficult to get back into the game. So that's why I haven't came back to League, because I left before the legendary item nerfs, or before legendary items became common items, because the legendary items that they used to have in the past were a bit broken. They were supposed to increase diversity, but they did the opposite. So the game was fixed, or supposedly fixed, and then didn't fix anything. So then they reverted it. But I started playing when they had those bad decisions, and it was just difficult to get back into the game. It's a bit crazy how the game does things a bit. Everything came round in the circle in terms of item balance for League of Legends. Ooh, that's nice on the cannon. Natural 3. Basically left, and there's no point in me coming back. Then there was all the problems that the new items brought in again, because there was again balance issues, and running double support or something like that because the support item was broken, and there was just no point in me coming back. I just couldn't be bothered to deal with all those problems again that were there from the very beginning. So yeah, Dota 2 and general League of Legends have this problem where they're just complex, and there's no real training game mode or anything like that where you have like a simplified version of the game that new players can play. Everything's like competitive, and it's just kind of annoying to deal with after a while. Trying to play for fun, and then you can't play for fun because everyone's sweating. And then another problem with League of Legends was smurfing in League of Legends. So it's like smurfing is when a player that's like playing ranked, and they play on the top peak of ranked players, and then they come back to lower ranked levels in order to play against weaker players so that they feel superior. That was a very big problem in League. It was very easy to make accounts, and people would just spam accounts and play ranked. That was really annoying to deal with, like going from bronze to masters or champion or something like that. And it was just not fun to play against people that have thousands of hours in the game, and they're clearly better than everyone on their team and on your team, and you're just supposed to play against them. It's not fun. It wasn't fun whatsoever to play against them. And Dota 2 deals with it by just banning those people, but League of Legends does absolutely nothing. A bit of a problem, and it just disincentivizes new players from playing the game. Because if you start playing the game and you instantly get like rolled on like the really low, what was it, like bronze or something? Oh, silver. I guess silver's more normal for a brand new player into the genre, I guess. Because like gold and stuff like that's for more experienced players. So if you're new to the genre, you appear in silver, and then you go down all the way to bronze because you start playing and you get a smurf, a few more smurfs in your game, and then before you know it, you're down in bronze and you're still playing against smurfs, and you just give up because you're trying to learn the characters, nothing's working. Let's pick this captain. I feel like that'll be nice. Yep, you're playing against smurfs, you don't understand anything, nothing's working, and then you just leave the game, and that's why those genres are dying. Now obviously having like a toxic community also doesn't help. I feel like most new players that join a game don't really join it because of the community. Well, at least I didn't join because of the community. The first thing that I do when I see a game is I don't think I want to see what the community has to say about the game. I want to more or less try the game for myself, see how the game works. So from my personal perspective, kind of less about what other people have to say about the game and more about myself. This is a bit awkward. Enemies have a lot of cav. Hitting on 4+. Obviously, unfortunately, we got a bunch of bad rolls. A bunch of 2s this time. Really unfortunate. So yeah, when I join a game, I don't join it because of the community, so it's a bit irrelevant to me what the community has to say. V-rolls, nice. Oh, let's see what the enemies do. They're firing onto my halberds again. Halberds aren't saving anything either. Luckily the rerolls are there, the divine favour. For some reason the halberds can't do anything themselves. And then let's see if I can do a bit of a side charge in here. Nice, there we go. There we go. And then that's a lot of hits going through. Wow, that was very lucky. Very lucky indeed. Yeah, I don't know how well this will go later on, but we can hope for the best, can't we? Maybe I'll give the enemies some debuffs to hopefully make it easier to get rid of them. Yeah, they're charging me, and then I can't really do anything. Try counter charge with the archers. I don't think it really matters all that much. Let the enemies come to me. +1 combat score for everyone, that'll be good. Let's see the enemies doing their own buffs. I can pass a turn. Have I got a shot so I can shoot this Imperial Knight? Hopefully I can get rid of some units. There we go, that's nice. Don't think I'm going to be exactly moving through there, will I? No. A lot of guys that need debuff. I'll give a debuff to this unit here. We could actually maybe route it, because it's quite a big knight unit. So if my own commander can get rid of their unit, then I'll be good. Okay, we did quite well, but yeah, it's unfortunately not enough to route them. Okay, this cavalry routed. Let's see how... Oh no, yeah, this is my worst nightmares. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. There go the archers, completely destroyed. Hopefully the halberds do slightly better. Yep, the halberds do better. And they've routed the enemy. It's nice. Now they can charge these knights inside. Rip cannon. My archers refuse to come back. This is not going according to my plans. Yeah, shoot fire on this light cavalry unit. If that's enough to... yeah, they got destroyed them. I have no more hexes. Give these guys radiant shield, I guess. I don't know. I really don't have anything else to give them. And more fire on my archers. I don't really mind at this point. The archers are completely dead and they've refused to come back after that, so not really much I can do. Yep, doing damage to the enemy like cav. Hopefully I can run them down if they come back. Okay, they came back. Gonna have to run them down. Okay, we killed their lord, so that should do us quite well. And they're routing now. Can hope that these halberds do well, and of course they do against cavalry. That's what they're good at. Then we have this unit of knights. Oof, and the cannon's still in. Still in there. Very lucky for the cannon. I'm gonna try to go after these knights. Something like this. Yeah, there they go. Attack from behind. Ooh, and it's a lot of damage on my lord. He saved most of those. Only one wound. It's very nice. Very lucky, that's for sure. Fire breath. If I can get rid of them, that would be really cool. Nope, can't do that. That'll be too easy. Okay, fireball. Try to get rid of them with a fireball. And again, too easy. And of course they come back after that. Something for me to deal with later on. And let's hope these halberds, they got rerolls, but they obviously hit nothing. And luckily they don't get hit either. And this cannon somehow draws against the knights. And there we go, we got our knights dealing with the enemy knights. Oh well. Ranged cavalry against ranged cavalry. And we won that. That was very lucky. I won't charge my lord in, because I still got a bunch of spells that I can use. Get my cav in. Shoot these guys. I think that's enough to kill them. Nope, of course they save it. I'm really hoping to get a few good hits off. Maybe this will be enough. It's one gone. I'll save that for later. I'll move this guy into the forest so that he can charge the mortar next. Fire? No, I won't fire on the mortar. I'll give this guy... Oh no, I probably shouldn't have given him radiation. Never mind. It's my mistake. Oof. On one wind. How this goes. Come on. Of course we failed that. And we failed a radiant roll. Guess that's really unfortunate then. And these guys are out. Nice. The cannon's still there. Very lucky for us. And then what else do I have on here as a talking point? I got the day before. There's a zombie extraction game that died in 24 hours because it made a bunch of promises and then they couldn't keep them. Just the game basically died. That was a really interesting game. A lot of promises, a lot of unfulfilled promises. Give myself a radiant shield. But yeah, the entire zombie game premise was that it was kind of like an extraction looter shooter, similar to Tarkov, where you go in there, you steal a bunch of stuff, you fight against players, and you know you could build bases or something like that. And it came out and it was absolutely terrible. It just died, and that was the day before, 24 hours. Yeah, it was a bit crazy. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip through this because the enemies are routing now. We did quite well destroying them. So this 4-0 elite fight, this was quite nice, that's for sure. So let's quickly do the upgrades, I guess. Additional wounds on the dragon, always nice. What else do we have? We have unit size for the halberds. Nice, and then what else do we have? Have unit ignores penalties for difficult terrain. That's very nice for a cavalry unit, especially one that's kiting. Yeah. There we go. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.